So many more details of the Xiaomi CC9 Pro have been revealed. The CC9 Pro is only coming in China, but don't worry. We now know that the Xiaomi CC9 Pro, that is a China phone, will come outside of China in both Asia and Europe as the Xiaomi Mi Note 10. Xiaomi released details today of the entire camera setup and exactly how it works. So let's get into it. First, we have the main sensor, that brand new 108 megapixel camera sensor developed by Samsung with Xiaomi. It is literally twice as big or more as any other camera sensor used in phones right now. And that will obviously affect the design and the thickness of the CC9 Pro. Xiaomi also gave us some sample images of just how clear the pictures are from this 108 megapixel sensor. Then we come to the 5x zoom camera, which we now know is not the same technology as you find in the P30 Pro or the upcoming Galaxy S11. That type of technology is incredibly expensive, and the CC9 Pro is a budget-friendly device. Instead, they have used a fixed focal length lens, otherwise known as a prime lens. Having no periscope zoom camera is a little bit of a problem though. Going from the main camera to a 5x zoom camera means that usage of the camera would be slightly unintuitive. So Xiaomi have got around this by adding yet another camera with a fixed focal length of 50mm that they're calling a traditional portrait lens. This is very good marketing from Xiaomi, as 50mm is traditionally what's used when taking portrait shots, and also gives a mid-range type of zoom between the main wide-angle camera and the 5x zoom camera. Then we come on to the 117-degree wide-angle camera, which has 20 megapixels, which is a good bump up for the wide-angle lens. And the fifth camera in what Xiaomi are calling this penta camera setup is a macro lens. So Xiaomi are giving us more zoom range in this phone, not by using a periscope zoom lens, but by just giving us more cameras with different focal lengths. It's quite clever if you think about it. Xiaomi also showed off the big zoom range in this phone, going from the ultra wide to 10 times hybrid zoom. The phone maxes out at 50x zoom, but assume that to be fairly noise heavy. We got some initial live leaks and pictures of the Xiaomi CC9 Pro. And from these leaks, it looks like we're getting a curved display on this phone with a water drop notch that makes this phone look very much like the Huawei P30 Pro. The screen measures about 6.5 inches and it uses a 32 megapixel selfie camera. Marketing images from Xiaomi also show that they have kept the headphone jack in this phone, and they've gone for a flattened off design at the bottom of the phone, which again echoes the design elements that we saw in the P30 Pro. And yes, as the CC9 Pro, or the Mi Note 10, as it might be called in your market, is thicker, it does have a bigger battery. It's thought that Xiaomi are packing a 5170 milliamp hour battery into this phone, and that's a really good spec. Subscribe for all the latest news and everything to do with Xiaomi. That's it for now, but I'll see you in the next one.